When we started this season, we were coming from the last season, of which we never had a rest in a way. We never had a post-season situation, because coming out of the last game of the Champions League, we had to prepare for the MTN 8 matches. So in essence, we never had a pre-season. So players played 2 seasons in 1 season.
That energy, the experience they got helped us. Although we didn't have a pre-season because we throughout the tournament of CAF, and we were part of the journey of the league starting. We never had a pre-season, so we used that, experience of CAF to treat it like a pre-season.
That is what happens with elite teams. Elite teams don't have off seasons. They're playing Champions League, they're traveling, they're coming back, and we got a taste of that this year. So it's something that we need to get used to if we want to compete at an elite level. If you look at our start, it wasn't ideal. I think we have to put our hands up and say, listen, we understand we're going to a Champions League final. You come back domestically, it means you must dominate. You must dominate, and you have to perform at a certain level of excellence.
I presented the short term, the medium term, and the long term of my position as head of Technical and Development Academy. The short term is the one that was very, very close to my heart, because I had to hit the ground running.
A lot of the plans, whether it's development from the KCYDA, whether it's implementing change in the first team, it takes time. If we're looking at a 5-year plan and you're projecting players that you have in your academy, players that you have now, the fruitions are only going to come once everything else is aligned.
Kaizer is a big brand, and you need quality. And Stuart being quality is, when he was here, he achieved a lot with us. We achieved a lot with him. His experience, his quality, his high class, his top level. So we needed the aura, we needed the person that can lead.
I was appointed, after the appointment of Coach Baxter. And in my own process, I had to look back and say, okay, fine. This is where the team is at the moment in time. Part of my journey over the 6 months also was to assess, evaluate, and to see how we align solutions to the problems.
We roped in head of technical, who worked with him at the national team level to assist on the technical side of it. So we beefed up Stuart Baxter plus an experienced technical head from a national team level.
A lot of hard work has been going in behind the scenes, and I think if we can align a lot of our plans and bring them to fruition, I think the future looks very bright.
We looked at positions, we looked at the need in terms of positioning, and we looked at the type of players that we needed to bring in. We needed experience at the back on the left side with Clanty.
You look at Njabulo Ngobo coming from Swallows, a defender of the year. So that's the caliber of a player that this club is looking for, because he proved to be the best defender in the country. So being the best defender in the country, you need to play for the best team in the country. And that is why Njabulo Ngobo was brought to the club.
Indoli coming in as well with his experience and quality and class, obviously, to match the likes of Kama and bring in the flair into the team. It was exciting when we brought them in. It is still exciting to have them in the team. The energy. We also looked at their quality in terms of personnel, how they would interact, how they fit in the club, and they fitted in very well.
You looked at Nange coming back from Stellenbosch and playing regularly with Alexander Cole in the midfield. That was very important, to have stability in the midfield. You also have Austin Dube, Zibusiso Mabiliso, Gaugelo Sogota. These are the players who came and joined the team.
And I think they've all put their hands up, and even other players right now with some of these additions have actually, have a new lease of life, look rejuvenated. So I think there's an amalgamation of positivity, and looking forward to strengthening where we can, and of course allowing the chaps to find the right synergy to bring the results together. It's very important to have past club members within the youth setup and also in the first team setup. I think what's quite important is for us, if we want to really be be able to translate the culture of the team practically. It's not going to be done by someone talking. It's not going to be done by outsiders most of the time. It's going to be done by people who understand the club, who've been there, and who can really impart the knowledge onto the player.
If you check the likes of Dr. Kumalo, the past legends that played for the club, also grew up in the development of the club. And then they came through the ranks, came through the first team, and then they retired here. Given the current squad now, the players that are fitting, that can take the pressure, that can take the limelight, that can take the club further, are the players who come from our academy because of the philosophy. They learn the culture, they learn. The likes of Tsiema PK, all these guys, Gardner Seale, they were all from the development.
The team's heritage has always been focused on having the most exciting young players. And the DDC has given us a platform now where the guys can put their hands up in a professional setting and compete, on a weekly basis. So for me, people also forget though, DDC is not about winning. Everyone forgets the fact that, okay, fine, the boys win on the weekend. We know for us as Kaizer Chiefs, our culture is based on success, but success from a youth level is very different to the first team level. And for us, we're looking at developing players from the GDL to DDC. At the end of the day, the main focus there is not to win a trophy, but to produce the right quality of players for the first team and to sustain our future. So while we are competing and going for results, at the same time, we are identifying key positions that we recruit, develop, have sort of fast-track programs for, that we know in the first team side that we're going to need. And that also within the first team framework have always been key positions for Kaizer Chiefs. So that's the strategy behind it. So I know a lot of our fans, they look at the game and want us to win. Very important, but they mustn't forget that for us, the process on the DDC level is about producing, having a proper strategic plan to produce the players that we need for the first team.